Now we are starting with the next topic, that is the types of the plants. Okay. So in types of plants, there are very tall plants, okay, and there are small plants also. We all know that, yes, there are tall plants also and there are small plants also. Tall plants which are very, very huge, yes. So if we classify the plants on the basis of their size. So on the basis of size, we are classifying the plants into herbs, shrubs, trees, okay, creepers and climbers, which I'll do later on, okay. So it is classifying on the basis of the size. We are classifying into three, that is herbs, shrubs and trees. So if we come to the size, so how are the herbs size? They are very small in size, that is less than 1 meter height. Their height is 1 meter to 3 meter.
Ma'am, sorry ma'am, I became late.
Akash, you need to raise your hand if you want to speak something. This is not the good
sorry.
thing that you are interrupting the class like this.
Okay.
I will listen to you. You raise your hand.
Okay, ma'am.
Hey, don't do this. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah. Now, Akash, you tell me what you want to say.
Ma'am, sorry ma'am, I joined 15 minutes late.
Why?
Ma'am, because I'm doing drawing.
Doing drawing.
Yes.
But you should don't do this again. At least join 2 minutes before the class, okay? Otherwise, you will miss something, na, Akash, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so we were discussing, we have just started, don't worry, that about the types of, before that we were revising the previous class, and now we have started with the types of the plants. And in types of plants, I told you that on the basis of their size, we are dividing the plants into three: herbs, shrubs and the trees. Herbs, they are very, very small in size. They are less than 1 meter in height. Shrubs, their height ranges from 1 meter to 3 meter. Trees, they are huge. Their height is more than 3 meters. Coming to about the nature of the stem. Is anyone writing? Shall I wait or I should delete it because I want another page? Yes, Vanya?
Yes, ma'am. Can you wait? I am writing.
Okay, okay. I can. Please, if someone is writing, please you have to write little bit fast, okay? Sayam, you also same? Okay, okay, no problem. Hands down. Yes, Akash, mute yourself also and hands down. And Sayam as
Ma'am,
well.
we have to write this or
It's your wish. It's your wish. It's totally your wish.
Okay.
Whatever you feel like you want to write, you can write. If you don't, it's okay. That's not a compulsion from my side.
Okay.
Okay. Now we were discussing about herbs, shrubs, and trees. So we will continue that only as there was no space there. Size we have discussed. We understood the size. Now come to the nature of the stem. We will do 3 properties. One is nature of the stem, then the examples. Coming to the nature of the stem, as I told you that the herbs, they are very small in size. So how their stem will be? Their stem will be green in color and soft, green and soft stems. Coming to shrubs, their height ranges from 1 meter to 3 meter, means they are a little bit bigger than the herbs. So what happens? They have hard stem, but not very thick. Coming to trees, how will their stem will be? Their stem will be brown, thick and hard. Here in herbs, the example can be grass, tomato, examples as many as you have to learn, okay? Because any example can come. So these are the examples which you have to learn by heart, okay? So these are about herbs, shrubs, and trees. Yes, Vanya?
Ma'am, I don't understand shrubs.
Okay. Herbs, shrubs, and trees. In herbs, what happens? They are very, very small type of plants, like you can imagine the grass. Okay. Coming to shrubs. Shrubs are more height, means they are little bit bigger, like the rose plant. They are bigger than the herbs. They are not very small. They are not very big.
long.
What, Pratyush?
They are 6 meters long.
No, they are 1 to 3 meters long. And Pratyush, please raise your hand. This is the second time you are doing the same thing. Please don't interrupt when someone is speaking. Raise your hand. So in shrubs, they are more height than the herbs. Coming to the trees, their height is more than 3 meters. So they are the trees. Clear? Yes, Akash?
Ma'am, the trees are like 6 meters height, na?
More than 3, it can be any.
Okay.
Now comes to other 2 categories, which are the climbers and the creepers. And one important thing I want to tell you, which is an exception. Exception means something different. There is a biggest herb like the banana tree. As the name is given, tree. So we can imagine, yes, it will be a tree, but no, it is not a tree. Banana tree, as it is having the green and soft stem. So we consider them as biggest herb. So if someone asked you about the biggest herb, the answer is banana tree. This is something different. After these 3 categories, herbs, shrubs, and trees, we are going to discuss 2 more categories, that is climbers and creepers. So, next one is the creepers and the climbers. So creepers, as the name suggests, they are creeping, they have the weak stem and they cannot stand upright. So what they are doing, they are creeping like the snake creeps, yes. So they are also creeping on the ground. Clear? Creepers, they have weak stem, they cannot stand upright. So they start growing on the soil. So these are the plants which with weak stem that cannot stand upright. Upright means straight. And so they spread on the ground. Example, strawberry, money plant. What are climbers? As the name suggests, if they come in touch with any support, they start to coil on that support only. Again, they also have the weak stem. Okay, so climbers, they climb up with the help of support. Means automatically, if some plant is touching any grill or any surface or something, they start to coil around that surface and all that. Like gourd, grapevine. There are many more examples which you have to remember, okay? They are all given in the content, so you can learn from there. Okay. Types of plants. See, is the screen visible to all the slide? Types of plants? Okay. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Vanya? Yes, Vanya?
Ma'am, can you move in previous sheet? My writing is not completed. Very short line is
Left.
yes, ma'am.
Please be little bit fast. Okay, coming to the types of plants. Now it will be very easy for you to understand. See, plants around us, they are saying these are all the plants, like many plants are there which are around us, and they are so much useful to us because, and also the features like which we have done, like plants, we know they are living things, living creatures, so they can breathe, they can reproduce, they also they grow, they breathe. Okay, these are all the features which have been discussed. So tall, big and strong plants, they are known as trees. The stem of them are known as the trunk. Okay. Now coming to the small plants are smaller than the trees. Their stems are weaker and thinner. They need less space to spread and they are not very tall. The example is herbs, shrubs, climbers, creepers are the small plants. Clear to everyone? These words now you understand? Coming to trees. So first they are discussing about the trees, which we have discussed, that trees, they are big and tall. Their stems are very thick. They are woody. They are large, known as the trunk, and the branches of the tree arise from the trunk. Obviously, we see that the trunk is very thick and then they give out the branches like this. Examples are given to you. Coming to herbs. Now everyone on yourself, please read up fast about herbs. Are you understanding about herbs? These are the herbs. Mint. Mint means pudina. Grass. These are all herbs. Yes, Akash?
Ma'am, what? Ma'am, I can write these also. If I am like herbs also, I can write. Ma'am, what, ma'am, I can write, if I'm listening these things also, so I can write also in book. Book?
Book.
Yes.
This is all given in the content.
What?
This is all given in the content.
Okay.
Coming to shrubs. Shrubs also I explained you, they are bigger than the herbs. Examples are given, so many examples are there. Read it fast. Climbers, as you can see the pictures of the climbers, you can see they are climbing on any support. See, they need the support of another plant or stick to stand. Climbers have tendrils. Can you know what are tendrils? They are the coiled structures like this. Tendrils are the coiled structures which give support. Creepers, see, they are creeping on the ground. You can see they are growing on the ground. They crawl along the ground. You can see that only I explained you. Next come the thorny plants. What do you mean by thorny plants? Thorny plants are those plants, for example, the stem is there and the thorns, pointed structures come out from the stems like this. These are known as the thorns. And these thorns, they protect the plant from herbivorous animals. Herbivorous animals, and can anyone tell me what are these animals? Yes, Urvija?
The animals who eat plants.
Yes, the animals which eat plants. So they protect us. They are herbivores animals. They can't eat the plants which have thorns or any pointed structures and all that. Okay, like cactus. Like cactus plant is also having the pointed structures. Okay, so these are the thorns. Thorns are the pointed structures. Water plants which grow in the water, either they are completely dipped in the water, that is the submerged water plants, aquatic plants, and some float on the water, they are the floating plants. You can see here, big, they have the big leaves. Can you see? Their leaves are very big. And one thing more in aquatic plants is there, very important. Like I told you that in the leaves, the stomata is what? They are the small openings, yes, with which the plant breathe. So in stomata, they are on the lower surface of the leaf. But in aquatic plants, what happens? The stomata is on the top of the leaf. This is the difference between other plants which separates from the aquatic plants. In aquatic plants, the stomata, the porous thing is on the surface of the leaf, above the leaf. Whereas in other plants, the stomata is on the lower surface of the leaf. Coming to next, terrestrial plants. Terrestrial plants in this which grow on the plants which grow on the land are called terrestrial plants. There are different types of terrestrial plants. One which are growing on the hills, they have usually conical shape. Why conical shape? Like for example, pines, which is a very common example, deodar and fir, that they need to shed the snow because snow is there on the mountains and the hills. So what is happening? The shape is like conical to shed the snow. Snow should not be there, otherwise they will not help in breathing. Second, they which grow on the plains. Plains is like we are having, okay? So which are growing like shisham, banyan and mango. These are the plants which are growing on the plains. Okay, features of the trees that grow in plains, that is deciduous trees and evergreen trees. Deciduous trees are those trees which shed their leaves in the autumn season, okay, and or the winter. And the evergreen trees are those which never shed their leaves. All the 12 months they have the leaves. They never shed their leaves, okay. Examples are there. Terrestrial plants which grow. So we are seeing terrestrial plants, and terrestrial plants are those which grow on the land. That is, they can be on the hills. Secondly, they can be in the desert. Thirdly, they can be on the plain thing. Clear? So we have already covered with the terrestrial plants which are growing on the hills. For that I told you they should have a conical shape. Needle-like leaves are there so that they shed off the snow. Secondly, we have seen the plants which grow on the plains like we are having. Thirdly, we are seeing that the plants which grow in the desert regions. So you can see the cactus. Can you see the spines are coming out? Yes. These spines are actually the leaves. What are that? They are the leaves. And this green color part, can you see? This is the stem of the cactus. This plant is little bit different. Okay. Why? Because in deserts, there is extreme conditions, that there is scarcity of water and also there is excessive heat. Due to that, this plant like Apansia, cactus, these are very common in that. And these spines are actually the leaves, and the stem here is doing the photosynthesis. Okay, their stem is thick and fleshy to store the food, and also they photosynthesize. Read the question and tell the answer. Raise your hand. Yes, Aditya.
Ma'am,
The answer mustard.
Only mustard. The answer options are 4. Can you see?
It is mustard and wait, I sunflower. Mustard and sunflower.
Mustard and the sunflower. P and R is the answer. Hands down, please. Next question. Aditya, hands down.
ma'am, can we
Akash,
read this
Akash,
question?
please, this is not the way. Have I
What?
taken your name?
No.
Then why you are speaking like this? It disturbs the class. Please maintain the decorum of the class.
Okay.
Read the question thoroughly, then raise your hand. Yes, Meera?
Ma'am, the answer is A. Group 1 are water plants and group 2 are climbers.
Climbers. Clear? Okay.
Yes.